Check. 1, 2. What it do? How are you? Happy Monday, scientifically sound listeners. It's such a blessing to be here. You know who it is. Ralph from the South. I'm the host that tries to do the most. On this episode of Scientifically Sound, we are taking more of a highlight and more of a reflection time with two wonderful scientists of mine, Dr. Jaye Gardiner and Dr. Danielle Twum. I like to call them my big sisters. They just got back from going to the Smithsonian to celebrate the If Then She Can exhibit, which is an exhibit that highlights and celebrates 120 women in STEM scientists ranging in all different fields, with 3D printed life-size models of all the scientists throughout the museum, which is pretty cool. With that being said, this is a science celebration episode. We'll get nerdy and sciencey in the next episode, but for this episode, I want to focus in on this humongous, amazing event and hearing the thoughts from two of those ambassadors, the If Then She Can ambassadors. And with that, let's get to the show!
Oh my God, who is this?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, who is singing so funny?
Yeah. What we got? We got science. We got music. Put them together, let's use it. Wait. Let me be the substrate in your ear receptors. And let this not just be one endeavor. I get crunk on the science. Yeah, I pull the lever. And with the music, I just hope you say, dang, you clever. Whatever. Bring it, master what matters. All the while my life is scattered. You surge on in general. I guess you're David Satcher. And you bet I got you when it comes down to the laughter. And whatever may come after. Scientifically sound so profound. Gonna convert energy like it's dollar to the pound. Just listen to this while you're making some hash browns. Or maybe later after you raking some cash mounds. Who am I? It's Ralph from the South, who raps out his mouth. And we bring the music to the science that's around. And that's on period. And I just thank you for hearing this Scientifically Sound.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Happy Women's History Month out here on Scientifically Sound. All the women independent, throw your hands up, women. I'm obviously not a woman, but I still love all my women out here. You know who it is. It's Ralph from the South. I'm the host. That is very toast because I did not spring forward. Hello. Welcome to Scientifically Sound. If you're new here, first of all, welcome. If you look to your left, the exit sign's right there, but I've already blocked it because you got to stay here. I have the wonderful opportunity. I have actual superheroes on my show today, everyone. You may not know this. There are superheroes out in the world, and these two are definitely some gems out here. They laughing because they probably like, what? For real? You can't deny you crazy. I'm not. When I met these wonderful women of science, it was the year 2020. Look off to the distance and reminisce on that year. I just finished submitting an F-31 and I met these two beautiful women. One, a awesome artist. The other, somehow is a fashionista and still has time to deal with science. First things up, first one. She comes straight out the shy. Ain't no lie. She's the artist that can go the farthest. Came out of McAllister College with a degree in biology, right? Then she said, I'm going to go even more Midwestern. Hit up Wisconsin-Madison. Said, oh, virology? Shoot, I got you on the HIV. Did live cell imaging. Was looking into cell contact. Everyone, she is one of the co-founders of JKX Comics. And probably one of the most fabulous people that don't even like chocolate. But that's why we gave her Skittles, though. Everyone, give it up for Dr. Jaye Gardiner. Let's go.
Yo.
Oh, and we're not finished yet. Hey, y'all. Oh, shoot. We got Ghana, West Africa in the building? For real? Oh, okay. Coming straight over to Vassar College. got a degree in biology, right? But she was never done because she said, "Oh, I'm going coast to coast, baby, coast to coast. Go from Cali all the way to Buffalo, New York. Got her PhD at Roswell Park. Shout out to some of y'all. I know who's listening probably to this. They love you. They really do. Oh, and I'm serious about the fashionista parts of things. Y'all should see her. She be rocking everything, and she dance. Oh, but just believe. And now she is a wonderful science communicator. She out here handling business development for the wonderful company Skin. And can I just say, yes, skin, y'all. Science be going everywhere. Everyone, give it up for Dr. Danielle Twum. Yo, what's going on? These are my big sisters, y'all. I feel like a little kid. Like, oh my gosh, these are some fabulous people. What's the word? How are you two doing?
Jay, go first.
Damn, you just gonna out the gate, just like.
He introduced you first, so then this makes sense in terms of order.
It's Monday.
Facts.
That's how today's going. It's Monday.
It's
What we're
Monday?
recording.
Okay.
It's not too bad. Not too bad. Did some science. Actually get to play an experiment that'll answer some questions as opposed to just seeing if I did something wrong. So that's great.
Hey. We love both science over here. Optimization and answering questions.
The pain in your voice when you said optimization.
Look,
Optimization and characterization are two of my least favorite words.
Oh my lord.
anything from my education. Yes, bless. And Danielle, how are you? How's my saint of sourdough? Because bread is great, good, all that.
I think sourdough is actually overrated as bread. And I think American bread tastes so weird. So yeah, asking me how I am, I wish I had Ghanaian bread right now. Because American bread just doesn't taste good.
What is it?
That's that on that. Put that on a shirt.
Coming in hot.
You just killed all bread. Hold up. What's the difference?
I don't know. Ingredients, water. Love, stress.
I just need love and affection in my bread. All right. Now, I asked this to all of our guests and co-hosts. What's the vibe for this week? What's the song that is describing what we're going through this week? Ooh.
Oh my.
Ooh.
That's a good question.
For me, probably something from Queen Herbie because I've been obsessed with her all of this year. So just pick a song and
Just
probably
any
that.
song.
Any of them.
I got you.
Abracadabra, vitamins. Right now I like violence.
Oh, okay. Shoot. Nah, I feel that. Danielle, are you going through your Apple Music trying to figure it out?
No, because I'm trying to figure out what song I was listening to like today that I had it on loop or something, and I think the song that, because I'm gonna have a pretty, I thought I was gonna have a stressful week, but it doesn't look like it. But my week can turn on a dime, so I'm thinking more like Cool Meditation by Third World. Have you heard that?
I know of Third World.
Yeah,
haven't heard the song though.
They have a song called Cool Meditation, so it's a very lovely song.
I dig it.
Yeah.
The song for me, I actually found at a record store. I don't know much about India RE except just the songs with Music Soul Child.
Yeah.
But there's a song called Simple, and I just love every chord of it. And in terms of just like, it's just making love so simple. And my science should be simple, but it's not. And that's okay. I'm used to it.
That's because biology is complex.
It is, and yet people act like it isn't. And that just gets on my nerves. That's why I love our bodies and figuring out just like there's something always new going on with us. As I learned from my physical last week. They said I grew a little bit.
That
No, they
did
said
not
I
go.
what?
That didn't
Man,
go
it's
right.
like we were driving down the highway all together, and then you're like, "Oh, look, a cliff."
What? Okay, but okay. So, for everyone in the audience, I celebrate a birthday in the beginning of this month, and my birthday gift to me is going to my physicals because I gotta make sure I can stay alive for a very long time. And if I
Yeah.
am doing anything in my habits, I need the doctor to tell me. The first thing they told me was like, "You got to stop drinking coffee." I'm like, "Okay, I'll figure that out." Then it's like, "You got to eat certain things." Like what? Oatmeal. And I looked dead in their eyes and said, "Who eats oatmeal?" They're like, "You can
Hey,
put
I
fruit
do.
in there." Okay, but that was back in the day. I eat oatmeal now. I'm
Okay.
going through changes.
This is old, but going through change.
It's the wrong song to use. No, but you know, biology is super complex, and you can feel the complexities just as you age. And I feel like that's where I'm at this point. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. I'm awkward, but I also enjoy this type of thing with you two because you understand. At least I hope you understand. Y'all are older than me.
That's why when you said, "Oh, you realize it as you age," I'm looking at you like, bro. What?
Like you just turned 27.
I know, like, listen, I wake up every morning and touch my toes first thing in the morning just to make sure I still got it. Okay.
That's a tip for all of you out there. Before you go to lab, touch your toes. Make sure you still got it.
Listen, and don't touch it with a ruler. Just because you can reach down with a ruler doesn't mean you actually touched your toes.
You gotta touch it with your
Touch
hand.
your real
Flesh to
toes with
flesh.
your hands.
First
Flesh
of
to
all,
flesh.
I would definitely touch it with a ruler. So I get still called out. What did I get into? I did not think I was gonna go down this path, but I'm glad we're in it.
Yo, once you put the two of us together, it's just like whatever plan you had for this episode, audience, I'm sorry. I don't know if we'll ever gonna make it.
Gonzo.
It's like I'm the one driving the car and I don't know how to drive. I don't have a driver's license. Why am I driving?
I'm the captain now.
Oh my
Look over there. Not looking at my
Oh
Sorry,
my-
Ralph. We'll be serious. Okay.
Nah, if this podcast is for every scientist, the serious and the not serious. So there's always gonna be something for everyone. Now, I obviously could only tell about my perspective of getting to know you all, but if anyone wants to get to know you all at this current time, I'll let you have the floor and how you want to introduce yourself or how we met, or if you have a funny story you want to tell. I would probably not want to tell that story if it's bad, but talk us through, because I see y'all as superheroes, and it's always been that way when I first met y'all.
I feel like when you said if you have a funny story, don't tell it, you were looking straight at me.
I was looking at both,
which
of
is
y'all.
interesting because it's all virtual, so it's like if you're looking at the camera, you could have been looking at both of us. But I felt that was specifically targeted towards me.
Nah, that's to both of y'all. But introduce yourselves. I can only introduce you as I just did, but y'all have the hypest way because it's about you. It's you. It's you, baby.
I think Jay should go first.
Yeah, I was going to start. Thank you. Let me just open my mouth. Traveling faster than the speed of sound right now. Damn.
Speedy Gonzalez. Sorry, Ralph.
So, what I was gonna say is that if you want me to hype myself up extra more, you're the number one hype man. There's no way I could ever hype myself more than what you do.
Facts. Yeah.
But hi all. I'm Dr. Jaye. I'm in Philly. If anyone follows basketball or knew basketball from way back in the day, that'll mean something to you. Everyone else, that's just my name and where I am. I don't take myself seriously, as hopefully this shows. I don't like chocolate. Neither does my fiance. We're perfect for each other. I like science.
I feel like this is a very much a principal's office vibe. Just like, tell me who you are right now. Like, I'm such and such.
It's like, hello. When I said I like turtles in my head, I was just like, I like turtles. And I said I like science.
That has to be a shirt of a turtle just saying that at this point. For me, that's just
a
me.
turtle saying, I like science.
With a shrug, just happy. Oh my goodness. Danielle, your turn.
Dr. Danielle Twum here. I like science. I like dolphins. I like food, but I'm very picky about it. If that is,
We can tell. We just had a discussion of bread.
If that's paradoxical, then let it be. But when no one is watching, I pretend to be Beyonce's background dancer. Thanks.
Sounds like Scientifically Sound on MTV Live. This is audition tape number 42.
I'm getting it. I'm getting in the back. Let me tell you this. Listen, this PhD is useful for other things, okay? Including dancing for Beyonce. All right? Thanks.
PhD stands for Please Hold Dancing.
I'm gonna change my voicemail. Oh my god! Where's my phone?
The fact you came up with that on the spot is just...
Please hold.
This is Danielle Twum, PhD. I cannot come to the phone right now because of my PhD. Please hold dancing.
I love that. You know, we should make that a shirt. Part of you know how people have so many PhD shirts? It could be part of the Scientifically Sound merch line. You're welcome.
Ooh, the minds got big.
Cut Jay a check.
Oh, I'll cut both of y'all. Both of y'all a check. I was trying to figure out. Never mind. I'm not gonna do nothing else messy. But you actually brought up something really key in terms of PhD life, Danielle, because I think it's honest that you said that in terms of there are other things you can really do with your PhD besides academia. Yeah. And while you joke about dancing, there are a few people on Instagram with PhDs that are dancing and discussing a little bit about the muscle tensions that happen during dancing because they might have focused in on physiology and anatomy. But even just for y'all, tell the people, because I think it needs to be better. It needs to be discussed more. Other things you can really do with a PhD. JR, I can tell what your answer probably will be. Danielle, I can probably also say that too, but just tell them. Besides what I do, because podcasting is only one thing. Y'all take over a realm.
Do music.
Do music.
Are we gonna do rock, paper, scissors to see who's gonna answer first?
Well, he said Danielle's to start, so you could go.
Oh, dang. Okay, cool. No, I think when I got a PhD, the whole point was to, and Jay has heard me say this before, was to get a master key. Because as a Black woman, I recognize that stereotypes and stupid prejudices are gatekeepers. And if I have a key, then you can't not let me in. I also refuse to be boxed in. So getting a degree like a PhD basically guarantees, well, if you're willing to lean into the uncertain, it guarantees access to so many rooms that usually they wouldn't allow anyone in because they were not qualified. But by getting a PhD, I'm overqualified for a lot of things, which is great. Because then you can't tell me I can't come into any room and I can't sit down and I can't participate in a conversation. Because what a PhD honestly teaches you is it teaches you to be able to question something and be able to synthesize whatever the solution is in a way that is helpful for everyone around. So to me, that kind of skill is useful in so many avenues of life. And so I'm not saying go get a PhD, but I'm saying if you like to try different things and you don't like hearing that, oh, you're not qualified for something, then a PhD might be the right mode for you.
For me, doing a PhD, I didn't know what it was when I started it. I did not know what you could do with a PhD. The reason why I ended up doing a PhD, to be 100% right now, is my parents' landlord in Chicago suggested it when I came home one winter break. That is literally how I found out about a PhD. And I happened to be doing or just finished a summer research experience, and then I kind of put the two together, just like, oh, the other people in the lab that I was in were PhD students. I like doing research and I want to do that. So I guess the way I do research is by being a PhD student. And that is why I signed up for a PhD. So everything that comes
What
like,
I
out of my
learned.
career after this is just like a grab bag. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, someone's gonna suggest something and then I'll like turn left off like a different road with my non-driver's license.
The fact
Just a
you're
recurring
bragging
theme
about
here.
this license, this lacking of a driver's
Hey man,
license.
I am never the DD. I am never the designated driver.
Because you can't drive.
Exactly.
So
That's why I could brag.
you're just a designated.
Scientifically
What?
sound listeners, what I've learned
I'm
thus
being silly.
far, what I've learned thus far from these two women, it's only been 20 minutes. Get those master keys or become a locksmith, something like that. And apparently your rent can give you wise advice to go on your dreams.
your rent?
Hey, landlords be having gems to drop. Shoot. Let me ask my
I mean, he was great. Thank you, Peter.
Yeah. Damn.
It's
Shout out
bad
to
because my
Peter.
last landlord's name was Peter. Maybe Peter came up here. Oh my goodness. Well, they spoke on it a little bit, and we're going to take a shift a little bit towards the actual conversation we're going to talk about today. But first, let us take a break, and we'll be right back. Hello, Scientifically Sound listeners. First of all, thank you to everyone that wished me a happy birthday. That's right, Ralph from the South turned 27 this month. It's very weird getting older and dealing with the woes and grows of life and everything. So I'm thankful for that. So, second thing, some of you have made mention that y'all have seen some of the merch that I wear for my show, and I haven't been like, why haven't you released it? Do not worry, it is on the way. The first thing that will be coming out is the Scientifically Sound t-shirt. I probably will be releasing it probably around April, just in time for the summer, so be looking out for that. And let's get back to the show. We are taking our lovely science celebration into 1978. Such a wonderful year. It actually relates to Women's History Month. Actually, in 1978, in Sonoma County in California, it was the first county to actually establish Women's History Week. And after a bunch of legislation pushes, as well as multiple upon multiple just shifts in terms of celebrating women were put into place, we finally have Women's History Month. And over that time, there was one song that was just playing on the radio over time. I'm Every Woman by the luxurious and my dad's favorite artist, Chaka Khan. And to my dad, I know you'll enjoy this one. Chaka Khan. Chaka Khan. Like, I love that song. Woo! And in that song, and particularly the video, I encourage you all to look into it, and I'll put it on the actual description for the episode, you see 5 Chaka Khans wearing different outfits, singing about being every woman. Because if you haven't noticed, women are amazing. They've been on where you been at if you didn't know that. And I brought these 2 particular women on because in this month, a wonderful exhibit, an actually wonderful movement called If Then She Can, was becoming to the light and showing wonderful statues of women in STEM. If she can see it, then she can be it. If you don't know, 25% of women actually inhabit the STEM industry, and they give generations now in order to go for a vision of change. They created this exhibit where they took women like Dr. Gardiner and Dr. Twum and made them into actual 3D printed statues. And now they're all at the Smithsonian looking live and well. And they're all in different careers. Not only with these, we have careers discussing in fashion. We have people that be tagging sharks. We have comic book artists, wink, wink, nudge, nudge to a certain someone. We have communicators that have style in the biotech world. Another wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And when you have all that, it's amazing because they really be out here doing it with style and grace. So I want to get a reflection going for you two. How was it to even go through that time of one being chosen to be an ambassador for If Then She Can and getting a statue made? Because I don't know, I don't think I'll have a statue made anytime soon. But if I had a fit for it, I'm coming in hot. But tell me how y'all feeling.
You want to go first, Danielle?
No.
I could have said no this entire time.
No, because I want to hear this.
Everyone's gonna regret ever inviting both of us at the same time for anything.
We're fine. We're great.
Okay, but so for me, if I try and do like a full reflection, right? So going back to 2019, and figuring out, that I was accepted, I was super excited. I remember I was on the train home from lab for the day when I checked my email and I saw it, and I started shaking, and I kept trying to call my partner, and then he wasn't answering his phone, and I was like, I need to tell someone. Why aren't you answering? So I probably left 5 missed calls on his phone, and so he thought something very bad happened. Yeah, that was probably the start to. I remember preparing to get ready and just trying on all of the fits in front of him. Is should I wear this? Should I wear this? I don't know what other people are gonna wear. Is this good enough? And then just even feeling like if I would fit in with all of these incredible women, because I don't know, it was just a very I knew only one other person that was accepted because we happened to go to the same school for grad school. So we weren't in the same program. We kind of met towards the end of grad school, didn't know each other super well at the time. But it was an interesting experience, and I was very nervous, I think, up until I actually started to meet you all and just oh, these are just people, which is kind of the point, right, of having all of us there, that we are just people. And that's also the point of the statue exhibit. It's intentionally life-size. It's intentionally not put on a podium so that we're not taller or being literally put on a pedestal by the people viewing it. It's we're just people like everyone else that happened to have a career that's in science or in STEM. Yeah. What about you, Danielle?
I mean, I don't know how to top that. Very, very, very eloquently done, Dr. Gardiner. But I think for me,
coming out.
I don't know where she's coming from, but I think for me, it's very it's very surreal. Selfishly, I know 124 women who are in STEM. Personally, I don't know how many people can say that with like a flex. I think it's a flex that I know 124 women that I could message on Slack, and I know I will at least get a response. But like, even if they can't help me, they will direct me to who needs that kind of help. And I think everyone needs that kind of support system. And as much as this initiative was about, becoming role models for young girls, even amongst us, I think we are getting energy. We're getting a lot of encouragement from each other. We're introducing each other to different opportunities. And that is so critical. And I want that for more people. Whether they be young girls or young boys who are interested in STEM, anybody who's interested in STEM, I want that sense of community for them. And so I think that for us to be able to model this, it gives people an idea of what could be. And it's so powerful to have an idea of what could be, because your imagination will go only as far as what you think. But the minute you start seeing something bigger, it gives you a chance to even dream further. And I think that is so powerful to be a part of. I mean, I didn't go into this to become a role model, but then it happened, and it's humbling to know that what I consider a regular person's journey into STEM is inspiring for somebody.
100%.
No
notes.
You two just always eloquent, and it's kind of mind-boggling because there's a thing we do in lab meeting which I started because positivity is always what I'm trying to push forward. I made every single person, you have to say 3 things that make you happy for that time you present. And I actually showed the picture of the Houston picture that Jay was at for the If Then She Can. One, of course, it was Women History Month, and I was like, oh, I gotta show this because this is really cool. And I was just like, if y'all ever get to go, and mind you, it's only at the Smithsonian, everyone. The If Then She Can exhibit is only at the Smithsonian for this month, I believe. It was just a beautiful thing just to witness that it was done. I think that's what really hit me in the heart, because as Jay has already said, the statues are made in their likeness of like life size and everything. No putting it on a podium, no everything, because just as a reminder, they're just like every woman. You're every woman in this case. And I actually enjoy that part of it all. I also think it's funny because I don't think any other thing has been done like this. Like, this is a debut type thing, and I really hope it's just like a continuation.
Yep, it's the first of its kind, absolutely.
So essentially, both of y'all are Chaka Khan, which I'll take. I will gladly.
Listen, can I get that in writing?
I am Chaka Khan.
Please.
We need shirts for that.
Yeah, I'll wear that, and I'll wear a blazer over it, and I'll go to a conference, and then that's that.
I'll give you even better, because you do it naturally. That's really what you need on a shirt.
Oh, my word!
No, it's
this merch. Make it happen. Make me do my flipper collab.
It's also funny because as I think about the album and the song and relating it back to you all, Chaka Khan at this time actually left from Rufus. Now, y'all may not know who Rufus is, but for some of y'all that know this song, tell me something good. Tell me. Like, Chaka Khan and Rufus were always tied together, and Chaka Khan was like, nah, I'm leaving you. I'm about to do my own thing and show you what I can do. And this hit the charts in disco astronomically and showed out. So I can only imagine what y'all's debut with this statue and this movement will lead to. One, I hope that they do statues I don't know if it's every year, every other year, because there's always something new coming out. It's just amazing to me. Danielle touched on this a little bit, though. Inspiring the young girls of STEM. This is why I also think you're Chaka. Because while Chaka was strutting through the 70s and 80s, a Whitney Houston had to bud eventually. She was only young. And in 1992...
Because of her, Whitney could bloom.
No, but it's true. Because, okay, here's the impact of, like, that song. It would eventually show up on Oprah and be like the main theme for being I'm Every Woman on Oprah's network in 1990s, right? Then 1992 comes and Whitney Houston starts singing it as a cover. And I'm also going to put this in the notes in terms of this show. If you look at the video of Whitney Houston's version, it's a little bit more hip-hoppy and dancing, but you're actually seeing the Whitney Houston get down with these little girls and dancing in a beautiful way. And it's a very much a tie back to inspiring the young women that are going to come behind her. And you can't forget that. For you two, if you could give these young women anything, it can be words, it could be an idea for them to imagine when they go out into this world and pursue STEM. You can even dance with these girls. What would you want to tell these young girls of STEM? Because one thing I've seen on the pictures and videos, y'all got most photogenic people coming up to these statues like, I want a picture with you. And their smile is like, this is Jay and this is Danielle. I'm like, oh, my heart is full. What would you want to give to these young girls as they go on their journey and thinking about being a scientist and doing it naturally? Just being Chaka. Well, don't be Chaka. Yes, be Chaka, but also be Whitney.
Chaka.
Be Chaka
naturally.
and be Whitney and be Beyonce and be Danielle Twum and be Jay. But what would you give them?
Honestly, do it naturally. Be you.
It's hard.
It's hard, but I think another thing that can help, especially if you think what you're doing hasn't been done before, is you can ask for help. And you don't have to do everything by yourself. Ask for help. It's hard. It's tough because, you have this view that all these women who've been successful, trust me. I can speak for myself. I don't consider myself successful. I consider myself on the way, but I haven't gotten this far without a community to support me. Jay is on this call. Ralph is on this call. Not this call, podcast. And I have my family. I have my friends from grad school, Black in Cancer. I mean, so many places. I have a support system, right? And so without them, because there are times where you just want to curl up in a ball and cry. There are times where you feel overwhelmed with stuff that's going on. And that's how you ask people to help you. And because they want you to succeed, they're not going to say, no, get off my phone. That's weird. No, the people you surround yourself with should want you to succeed. So you don't have to go on this journey alone. Even if there's never been a path towards it, you don't have to go on this journey alone, because those of us that you bring along, we've been able to collect tools along the way that we can help you on this journey that you are going on that you've never been before. So no, you don't have to do it alone. Please ask for help. Don't be shy. Reach out.
Why are you dragging me, Danielle?
Oh, did it hurt?
Dang.
Jay's my wife. So yeah.
Oh my goodness.
No, but for real, I feel like a lot of young girls that I talk to they're wowed by it. It's almost like getting a first glimpse of the Milky Way and being like, oh my God, so many stars. But you don't have to get to all the stars. Just choose one star and then ask somebody to help you get to it.
Mm-hmm.
And
gotta build, break things down into steps too.
Yeah,
that's one of the things that I have the hardest time doing. But just like sometimes it's a lot easier to focus on a little, like, see what your goal is, see it in front of you, dream the biggest thing that you can dream, but then break it down into the tiniest of steps, so that you can go bit by bit forward. Yeah, because it can just add, if you have a cup and you just put like a drop of water in it every day, eventually that cup is going to overflow.
Sure is. Yeah, just don't try and do it by yourself, and you will fail. Let me tell you this right now, you will fail and it will be spectacular. But you know the thing about spectacular failures, they result in spectacular wins after you get up. The problem is if after you fail you stay down.
You don't get up.
Don't stay down. You're literally made of the same stuff as the universe is made of. Star stuff. Get up and shine. Cry, but then get up and shine.
Thank you so much for coming on, Jaye and Danielle. I appreciate you two both. I got comic book artists, I got a science communicator, I got wonderful women, and they are lovely big sisters that I don't even know how I ended up meeting. I know why I met them, but I also am just like, the probability, things just happening. If you want to drop y'all socials, you can say it so now. I don't want to give all your information away, but if you want to follow, what can we do to follow Danielle Twum? What can we do to follow Jaye Gardiner? And what's coming out soon? Yeah, I said you first, so go ahead.
I'm at Forged Onyx on all social media networks. You know, like the stone onyx, and then you forge it to make it tougher. So yeah. Jaye.
I am at Jaye Purview. Jaye spelled like my full first name, so Jaye. Is pay-per-view even still a thing? I don't.
Yeah,
the
thing that they fight in the octagon. What do they call it?
MMA.
There you go. For MMA
okay.
fights, yeah.
Okay, so it used to be for more than that. It was there before Netflix.
How old are you, Jaye?
I know, it seems like I'm a goddamn dinosaur. But I'm at Jaye Purview on both socials, but also on Instagram. You can find me at a J in the Life, because I
Y'all
like
also
puns.
better go get her
Cute.
book, Gaining Steam. It's out here like that on her store. I'll put that in the description as well. Well, everyone, if I've learned anything from this conversation, always pay your rent on time to landlords because you get wisdom. Apparently, bread from Ghana is better than anything you can get over here in America. Be Chaka.
That's facts. No,
Be Whitney. Be you. Not Boston University, but be actually you. And I want you to treat and celebrate your women not only just this month, but every month. With that, bye!
Bye!
Bye-bye!
Thank you so much for listening to Scientifically Sound with me, Ralph from the South. If you want to follow us on the social medias, you can follow us on Instagram at Scientifically Sound, all one word. And you can follow us on Twitter at 4, the number 4, the Sci_sound. You can also email us and tell us anything you would like in terms of the episode, or if you have a question, at 4, the number 4, the Scientifically Sound at gmail.com. I hope you enjoyed this wonderful episode. It was really fun recording it. Thank you once again to Dr. Jaye Gardiner and Dr. Danielle Twum. And for your comedic pleasure, a special outtake of this episode. I'll see you in April.
Oh, is that recording now?
Get it together. I need everyone to get it together.
You're asking a lot, bro.
Wow.
That's why you should have never had me go first.
Hit it.
I'm just like in a turtleneck. I'm every woman. It's all in me. I'm intentionally singing this bit.
Wow.
I
Wow.
you can't.
Wow.
Girl,
Bruh.
move. I got this.
Bruh.
Every woman, it's all in me. Anything you want done, baby, do it naturally. Oh, oh, oh. Take it away, Danielle.
No.
You know
Thanks for
what?
offering.